Hello and welcome to Travel Beans. I'm Emma, this is Alex, and we are digital nomads who have been travelling the world for the past 7 years.
We are currently in the Peaky D's, and I hope you like green, because you're going to be seeing a lot of it today.
Today we are in the Peak District and we are staying yet again with YHA, but this time it is in quite a special location. We are staying with YHA Ilam Hall. Ilam Hall is a Gothic mansion that is set right in the middle of 85 acres of protected National Trust land. The building was actually due to be demolished back in the 20s, but it was saved by our friend Mr. Cadbury. If any of you know of Cadbury's chocolate, it's a very, very famous household name in England. And then it became a YHA hostel in 1935. So this insane building behind me has been a youth hostel since the 30s. As you can see by the view behind me, the walks here are going to be pretty epic, and this is a very popular place for walkers to come and visit. Alex and I are going to go do that today. The area over there looks amazing, so I think we're going to go that way.
When we first got back to England, we asked on Facebook and Instagram, where would you recommend us go in the UK? And the Peak District, along with the Northumbria coastline, were the top two things that you guys recommended. We've never been to either of them, but here we are now in the Peaky D's, which is what I'm calling it from now on.
We arrived late last night, so it was already dark when we got here, but now that we've stepped outside the building and we're taking in these views, I can completely understand why...
I just swallowed a view.
I can completely understand why you guys recommended it. For our non-British viewers watching, we thought we would introduce you to a classic British site, and that is the red telephone box. However, a little useful nugget of information for you, we don't actually use them because, like the rest of the world, we actually have mobile phones. Welcome back in time to the olden days before mobile phones existed. Oh look, what is that? It's like jelly. Oh,
put it in a pork pie.
Put it in a pork pie. Oh no, it's very mossy. I mean, you can tell, look, just by the cobwebs in here and the moss. Nobody's using this. We're surrounded by gorgeous little sheepies. I am in heaven right now.
We've just been following some public footpaths and we've ended up here with unlimited access to sheep. Which, okay, there's definitely got to be a joke in there somewhere about Welsh people not being allowed here, but I'm not going to be the one to say it. But we have unlimited access to sheep.
And it's the season with all the little newborn lambs as well, so it's extra adorable. Some of you may remember me mentioning in a previous video that all good British people living in the countryside will keep a pair of wellies in the boot of their car. I am not said person, and Alex and I have now run into a bit of a pickle. We want to go that way, but we have this in between us and that.
Let's go for it.
I've got like summer running shoes on, they're like super thin on top. I will get very soggy feet if I just go through it. So squidgy! Oh, why did you make me go through that? Squelchy feet.
So we've just spotted a path.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you
It goes all the way around. Look how dry it is.
Why?
Look behind you, look at that.
Worth it.
I can't believe it's come to the end of winter and we've decided to go hiking in the Peaky D's, and it didn't even cross my mind about what footwear I needed. But today's so weird. The weather is like the sun is piercing through.
It's taunting us, it's taunting us.
But it's overcast, but there's hints of blue everywhere. What day are you? Oh no!
Oh no!
No!
What happened?
Oh, so
show me your foot, show me your foot, over the fence. We managed to escape the mud, and our walk has taken us to a small place called Dovedale, which is right alongside the Dove River. So there's a very famous walk that runs alongside the river through the ravine, and we were really excited about doing this walk because there are some very iconic stepping stones at the end of it which go across the river. However, I don't know if you can hear the river in the background. It's very, very flooded right now, so there is no chance of seeing stepping stones. It was kind of cool, like clambering along the side of the ravine, trying to dodge the water. My feet are completely soaked, but that's not the point. But at this point here, we cannot go any further. It is completely and utterly flooded. Unless we fancy going swimming, it's a very bad idea. So we are now going to head back, and en route, I think Alex has something tasty that he wants to show you.
Do 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 do. Let's get fat with Alex. That's me. This is probably your favourite time. It's where we eat very traditional and unhealthy foods with Alex, usually from the bakery. Today it's from the bakery. Look at this!
That does look insanely good.
This delight here is a cornflake tart, and the baker assured me that this has been a local favourite for the last 70 years, and people apparently buy it because it reminds them of their childhood. I'm having a flashback to school that I think I used to have these at school. It really rings a bell. It's a pastry base with jam and then cornflakes merged together with marshmallow.
It sounds pretty epic, and it sounds like something I would have eaten in my childhood, but I really don't recognise it at all.
Anyone watching from the Peaky D's, is this a local favourite of yours? People watching from other parts of England, have you eaten a cornflake tart? Oh, interesting. Not exactly what I remember or expected. The crust is very dry, and the jam, it doesn't taste like a good old fancy jam. It tastes like that really, sorry guys, American sweet strawberry jam.
I know what you mean.
And then cornflakes. Okay, can't go wrong with cornflakes mixed together with marshmallow.
It does seem like an odd combination to me. Like, the marshmallow and the cornflakes, great. And the jam and the pastry for a jam tart, great. But why are we putting them together? And I'm not happy with how thick that layer of jam is. That should be way thicker than that.
There's very thin scrapings of jam here. Very thin. I'm going to go as far as to not recommend this when you come into the area.
What?
I know.
Are you kidding?
Bring on the hate! This is actually just like one comment, but it feels like 10. Now that I've stuffed myself with some very unnecessary calories, I am luckily, conveniently, next to a hill to go and work it off. And this hill operates under the name of Thorpe Cloud, apparently, and that's where we're going.
The views we have seen on this walk are hands down some of the best views we've seen on this trip so far. The way the sunlight was piercing through the clouds and shining on the hills with all the different shades of green was bloody lovely.
Winter is coming to an end here in England, and I have enjoyed so much travelling around and showing you guys the winter.
I must admit I was a little bit apprehensive about coming home in the winter and exploring the UK because it is famous for not having the most reliable weather in the winter season. However, we have both been pleasantly surprised, and actually it's been a really good adventure.
With battling the bad weather every now and again, it's been a lottery, but it's been so much fun to make the most out of it. And you get to see things like flooded rivers. So if you like your flooded rivers, winter is the best time to come here.
The light is dropping pretty quickly now, so I think we're going to go and head our way back through the woods.
So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up.
And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell.
And just type Travel Beans Patron into Google, see what happens.
And also, we're always posting stories on our Instagram when we go on our little adventures. So if you want to see up-to-date daily stories, then go and follow us on Instagram at travel_beans.
And finally, this is a lot of things to do, isn't it? But we also want to comment because we're greedy like that. So tell us, what is your favourite childhood dessert?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Al, now it's time.
I'll do the honours. Okay, well, see you next time. Bye. Breathe out!
Nice.
Oh, that really echoed,
It did.
around the peaky D's.